Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are learning these beautiful pants and top. Okay, so we are starting with the top. I uploaded the pattern making in the previous video, so today we'll be doing we'll be sewing it. Okay, so you see how to sew your pants and how to make it fitting. Please join me as we cut and sew. So here I have the pattern that we did previously, so please check back on the previous video so that you can see how to draft your sweatpants. Okay, so here I'm using this suede fabric. That's a velvet fabric that we're going to be using, and at the end of this video I sort of like discovered that this fabric has a rough edge, and will I say it's reflecting, it has some reflecting side, so you have to follow a particular direction to be able to get, you know, all of them reflecting same way. Because after sewing mine, I discovered that my curves, one of my curves has this shining look, the other one does not have. Okay, so when you're cutting yours, please face a particular direction and be mindful of when you are attaching them together so that you don't go upside down. All right, so this is the pattern for the pants, and we are going to cut it just as it is, no sewing allowance. I said that in the previous video, no sewing allowance at all. So just take your time in cutting out. And if you look at the fabric, at the pattern there, I folded the hem because I want to add my curve to it. So I folded the hem. That's where you are seeing that my orange scissors. So I'm adding my curves to that place, and you see that shortly. So that we are done cutting. So I have 2 layers of fabric there. So you can see the folded part there. I have 5 inches folded. I have 4 inches folded there. I have 4 inches folded, and I'm working with that, with the hem line, with the width of the hem line. I'm not working with that folded part, no. So I'm working with that place to cut out the curves, you know, for the leg of my pants. All right. So here we are going to cut the curves for the hem line. So yeah, I measured what I had there. What I had there was 10 inches. And I'm going to cut on fold of 4 inches. Okay. I'm going to cut on fold. So that means altogether I'm going to have 8 inches there. 8 inches by 10 inches. I'm going to cut 2 for the 2 legs of my pants. Okay. But if you don't want a curve, please kindly cut the length of your trouser, and then you have a fitted sweatpants all the way. Okay, so now it's cut, so I have that. So that's that. Can you see that? Can you see that it's not as wide as them because I followed the exact so the curve is going to scrunch it together. So here I move to the waistband and I cut out my waistband using my waist measurement. So I'm using my waist measurement to cut the waistband, and I'm reducing my waist by my waist is 32, so what I have there is 29 inches, so that's minus 3 inches. Okay, all right. So I'm cutting it in two places because I'm trying to manage my fabric. I have 2 yards of fabric there, and I want to use it to make the top as well. So here you take it to the sewing machine. I'm using an overlocking machine, that's serger machine now, to sew. So I'm going to sew my inseam first. That's the inner leg of my pants. That's what I'm going to sew first. So I'm taking it to my sewing machine here. I'm just showing you how to fold it over right side together. Okay, so we'll sew that place. Yes, that place I'm showing you now is where we are going to sew. So that place I'm showing you now is where we are sewing. Okay, all right, so I'm going to do that to both legs of my pants. So here you pick the curve too. So we are going with the 10 inches by, I'm going to fold over the 10 inches now. So that will give me 5 inches on fold. Okay, so this is 10 by 8, but I'm going with the 10 inches to fold. Can you see that? All right, so now I'm going to sew those edges close too. So here I'm showing you the thread I'm going to use because I'm working with a 5-thread overlocking machine. Okay, so good. I'm done sewing the inner seams for both legs. I've done the curves, and I've also done my waistband. Okay, so here we are going to turn one of the legs inside out to the right side. So you can see what it looks like, 2 of them together. So I'll be turning one of the legs inside out like I said just now. I'll be turning one of the legs inside out. Okay, here I'm showing you my band. I've sewn it together. Because I had 2 pieces, so I've joined them together to make one waistband, and those are my curves. So I've joined that two together, I've sewn the edges, and we're going to work on that too. So look at the way you are going to fold the cuffs now. You can see I'm on the wrong side of the fabric now, and you fold it over. You fold it over like so. Yeah, that's how we're going to fold it to attach to the curves of the hem line. So just take your time in arranging your things so that they can come out nice and beautiful. So let's put that aside and take our pant legs. We have the legs, so I'm going to flip one of the legs to the right side now. Like I said earlier, we're going to turn it to the right side, and we will be inserting it into the other leg of the pant. Can you see what it looks like now? So one leg is still on the wrong side of the fabric. I've turned the other one to the right side of the fabric. Okay, so can you see? So through the crotch area, I'm going to insert one of the legs. That's the right leg now. I'm going to insert it into the other leg. Okay, just watch what I'm going to do now. All right. So we're going to join that at the crotch area. Okay, so you take your seams, the inseam now. You take, that's the inner leg, you take the seams together, right side facing each other. Okay, so you pin it together. And you take it to the overlocking machine and sew from one end to the other. So I'm sewing from the back waist. You can either sew from the back or the front waist now, through the crotch area like so, you know, to the other side. You are not sewing the waist, or you're only sewing the crotch area. Okay, so now I'm done. I'm going to flip both to the right side now. I'm done sewing the crotch area. Okay, so I'm bringing it out now. Can you see that? So that's it. So the next thing we are going to do now, we are attaching the waistband and the curves. So that's the waist that I have there. So that's the waistband I'm holding there. So I have my side seam there because I joined two strips of fabric together to make my waistband. So I'm going to align it, though I don't have any joining at the side for this, but I'm going to place it to the side. Okay, so once that is done, I'm going to take it over to my overlocking machine once again and sew the waistband to the waistline. Can you see how small my waistband is to the waist of my trouser itself? Okay, all right, can you see? So the waistband is going to bring it back together. I'm going to stretch it out, okay, to fit in. Can you see I'm going to stretch it when I'm sewing? Okay, so that is good. That's how I'm going to stretch it out, you know, to bring my waist together so that it can be firm when I wear it. Okay, so that band must be smaller than the actual waistline of the sweatpants. All right. So now I've sewn the waist. Okay, I've sewn the waist. Now you can see it's looking nice and beautiful. Done sewing the waist, and the next thing is going to be the curves for the hem line. Okay, so like I showed you earlier, you fold over the curves, and I'm going to do the same thing. You can see that the curve is smaller than the hem itself, so same thing that I did to the waist is what I'm still going to do to this particular one. All right, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.